Max has. It say he only got 5 points, and that's simply not correct. So let me refresh this. It still say he got 5 points, but he had 5 points in the first half. Austin, the only player that deserves to eat tonight. That is categorically false. He made his shots. Austin is towing this weird line where he's hyper efficient, but his numbers do not impact the advanced metrics in the way that you think they would. He was a negative last year. I don't think he got back over in the plus minus. I think he ended at like a negative 50, but he was down there around Torian Prince level for like the first 2/3 of the season or whatever, and then he came on at the end. This year, I think he's going to be like in the negative like 25 range after this game. LeBron probably going to be like negative 50. But like, I don't understand how this happens where he's so impactful in terms of getting his own bucket and being efficient in pick and roll stats and 3-level scoring, quote unquote. But we don't win his minutes. And we haven't won them for 2 years. So we need to figure something out. I'm not saying like, oh, put that brother on the trademark. I'm not saying anything like that. But those guys as the three guys don't win their minutes. It's plain and simple. No, it doesn't mean plus minus is flawed if it's 2 years of evidence, brother. I'm talking about net rating, all of that. That's what I'm talking about. I was just doing plus minus just to show that he's not winning his minutes. But for some reason, when those three guys play, the defense is always worse. I don't know why. The offense gets better, but then the defense gets worse. I don't understand how that happens when the lineups where it's just those three guys are supposed to be the defensive lineups that we have, but they lose their minutes. I think when Vando was here and when Dennis was here, they won their minutes, but they haven't won their minutes in 2 years. I said when Vando was here, when Vando was healthy, but they don't win their minutes, and I can't explain it. They win D'Lo's minutes. When it's D'Lo, AD, and LeBron, they win those minutes. And they win them by a lot. So I don't know what it is. Because Austin is a good basketball player. He's highly efficient. He tries very hard. You know what I'm saying? He's not the best ball handler. He's not the best playmaker. But he doesn't turn the ball over a lot just by function of the way he plays. He turned the ball over a lot today. He wasn't very good today in terms of taking care of the ball. Him or LeBron. And then D'Lo came in and had some turnovers in the second half when the game was already spiraling out of control. He kind of contributed to that as well. But they need to figure out, you know what I'm saying, what's going on with – they need to figure out the reason why they don't win their minutes, because they don't. The starters usually don't win their minutes. They were winning against teams. Like I said, the stuff we saw the last 2 weeks was not real. And I was trying to warn y'all against it the entire time because they were playing a lot of teams that didn't have guys. The long and short of it, like I said, they weren't winning the initial stages of the game. They would come out shooting hot against me and y'all in the chat, and they would only be up by like 6 at halftime, if that. And it's like, y'all shooting like 60% from the field, like as a starting unit, y'all not winning y'all minutes. Like, why? So when we played real basketball teams, we saw it against San Antonio. They didn't win their minutes. The bench unit came in. D'Lo, Max, and Gabe had particularly good games that game. We won that game because, you know what I'm saying, we got LeBron James and AD. You just need a little bit of help from them guys. And we played two real teams, and they haven't delivered either time. So I don't know if that's where we're going to see it. I don't know. They're probably going to try to put Dalton in to the starting lineup and see if that does anything. Probably in place of Rui. I would say probably put him in there in place of Cam. Cam, for all of his athleticism and slithery hands and all that other stuff, he's not impacting the game in a positive enough way to be relying on him like this. The defense is going to be what it's going to be. But you're sacrificing spacing, you're sacrificing ball handling, you're sacrificing a lot of things to try to balance this roster, but we just don't have the guys that we expected to be here. Vando was supposed to be a big part of this team for the last 2 years. He's not here. We don't have him athletically to do the pointed attack things, to, you know what I'm saying, handle offensive rebounding and stuff like that. Just generally be annoying and get us extra possessions for LeBron James and AD to kind of be the superstars that they are. So part of it is just luck with our roster construction, but we always do this thing where we're trying to fix problems that aren't the main problem. The main problem on this team is that we don't have enough forwards. We don't have enough big people that are athletic that can guard the other team's big athletic people. MPJ just did us dirty again. Jokic is who he is, but it is what it is. If Aaron Gordon was out there, it would probably been worse because we keep losing to the same archetypes. Orlando, long athletic team. Nobody can deal with Franz Wagner because we don't have anybody to guard him. Cam Reddish can do the best he can, but like we're putting a lot on him to do things that he has never shown that he's going to be able to do capably. And I was a Cam Reddish respecter, you know what I'm saying? So this is not a slight at Cam, but the move that they made never made sense to me from a basketball perspective. We won games because of the teams we played, but I didn't like the move. I didn't like it when we did it last year. I don't think the starting backcourt is the problem on this basketball team. It's never been the problem on this basketball team, but whatever. I'm done talking about it. Back to the box score. The bench didn't really do anything for the Nuggets, except for Russell Westbrook. Plus 17 on our head, 6 of 10. Hold on, let me. The only bench players that really played a lot were it's 5 of them. So Koloko didn't play a lot. He only played like 6 minutes really. And then he had garbage time. D'Lo still can't find his shot. 18 minutes. He's in a role that he's never been in. You need him to shoot better, but like we have to wonder where his confidence is at this point. The first half was fine. He wasn't making shots, but he was playing good basketball. The second half, he was turning the ball over. He was missing shots. He can't find his rhythm from three. He had one rim out on him, but like his shots didn't look good tonight in terms of like distance. He had some short ones, stuff like that. But you know, he's trying to make the most out. I think this is the 4th straight game he's been in single digits. Like that's never happened in his entire career. He's been an 18-6 guy, efficiency getting better every year. But whenever this team struggles, like he's the guy that we point at as the guy that needs to go or the guy that needs to change what he's doing. But we're winning his minutes by a lot. We won his minutes by the most in the playoffs. Like he might not make shots. He might have moments in the game where you're wondering, like people want to post individual clips of him like not boxing out or like getting beat in the post or something like that. But we don't lose his minutes. We haven't lost his minutes since he's gotten here. So like you have to live with some of that stuff. It's just who he's going to be, but you can't just decide one day to just take this guy out of the lineup and be like, oh yeah, we fixed our defense. The defense is not better. It's never better when we take him out. It's always worse. And you've absolutely like ruined his confidence. He's probably as confident as somebody can be in this league. Like we saw it last year when he was on the trading block. It's like, okay, I'm gonna just go in here and do what I do and like force them to trade me. You know what I mean? But it comes to a point where he got taken out in that last stretch, and he was the only one that got taken out, even though the team had been losing the game for the last 15 minutes at that point. It's like, there's a point where it's like, why are you let him play through it? We're losing this game. Like you want to come in and try to win the game. Look at the box score. He's a +0 right now. Everybody up there is minus 87. Why is he the only guy you're taking out of the game? Like, I don't know if it's something about his personality or whatever the case may be, but he always seems to be the guy that's singled out. But playoffs, majority of last season, this season, look at his minutes, look at the net rating, look at everything that happens when he's on the floor versus when he's off the floor. And then if you can tell me why he's the guy you're singling out, I'll listen. But I know what I'm seeing on the floor, and it's not him specifically. It's never him. But he's the guy that runs slow. He's the guy that might look like he's playing lazily, but we're winning his minutes. So does he need more minutes for us to get back into the winning swing of things? I don't know. Do we need to trade him? His value is terrible because we keep treating him like this. So what are we going to get for him? I don't know, man. But